Hey, Hound Dogs, I'm David Hankins.
I'm Paul Hankins.
I'm Trevor Hankins.
I'm Julia Canon.
I'm Jen Moreno.
And you're on the air with Power Squared. Hey, everyone's here. It's time for our monthly team meeting. See how everybody's doing, right?
Yeah, how are you guys?
Oh, fine, fine. How are you doing?
Still alive.
Alive. Okay.
Still here. Still
very,
tired.
very
Oh,
low
no.
threshold there on the live. Okay.
Ah,
So, I guess we'll ask. What's everybody working on?
I'm still working on the sketches for pages 15 to 17 because you gave me some notes on it, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
do some revising.
Okay.
And on top of that, I'm also playing around with the layouts for the last few pages.
Okay. Cool. And issue 26 will be done? Okay.
26, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What brain is it?
Yeah, I always forget where we are.
As we said in previous podcasts, this is what happens when you work on multiple issues at once at different stages of development.
Yes.
Totally normal, I probably.
And then you have to actually count. It's really hard. Anyway. And Jen, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm still doing the lighting for what's left of the 8 pages, first
Okay.
8 pages, and just to make sure that I got everything because I only go by like 2 or 4 pages a week,
Okay.
and I tend to forget like, oh, I'll just do this later, or forget to put notes down because I do this at work. So it's like, oh my god, I have to like go over everything again.
You do this at work?
Yeah, on my like breaks and
Oh, okay.
lunchtime,
All
yeah.
right, all
I
right,
was about
all
to
right.
say the last time I tried doing that, I got screamed at. Not screamed at, but.
No, not in the middle.
I'm
I
like,
definitely get that.
it's like,
Yeah, I don't do this at work. But if I'm at home, I can slide over and do stuff on. I had to this.
you won't tell if you do.
I just the library pass. I was writing. They kept saying, "Oh yeah, it's going to be out in a couple of weeks. In a couple of weeks." So hey, how's it going? Oh yeah, the PDF failed, and so could you send another one? I'm like, okay. So I happened to. I ended up sending her a WeTransfer
Yeah.
with because it's really big, complete, and then a reduced one emailed to her, so she got it. And suppose it'll be up in a week or so. Volume 2,
Mm,
yeah. And
okay.
she'll be our guest next week
Let's go.
to talk about Library Pass, Comics Plus.
Yes.
Okay,
Nice.
Trevor did 8 pages this month.
Yeah, I started lettering number 24.
Okay.
I was
Sounds
able
about
to
right.
I was able to finish the first 8 pages pretty quickly because I had very little dialogue in the script.
Well, yeah, you wrote the script, so.
This
And we decided on this issue 20, will be coming out on the 13th of March. So,
Yeah.
yeah, no.
I
So,
completely forgot about that cover page. What
I
the-
think it's actually pretty good, actually. So, anyway, that'll be, yeah, so you did it like a year or so ago,
Yeah,
probably.
because like I think I think we talked about this last time when Rachel was here. But like, do you ever have that moment sometimes where you like when you write something or do something, and then you don't look at it for weeks, and then you look at it going, "Wait, I did that."
Yeah, yeah,
That is me. I'm like,
yeah.
when did I do this? I don't
Yeah.
remember.
all the time. And we set up sort of this kind of a loose schedule for the rest of the year, right?
Yeah.
We'll do the next issue in June, and then September and December, like we did this year.
Yeah.
Last year. It's only 4, right? Okay. Anyway.
So that makes us a quarterly.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that's hopefully how fast we can turn them out.
Yeah.
And then we were talking about issue 27. I had written a script for Billy and Raven.
Ooh.
And so we're thinking about doing maybe just like a one shot of them for issue 27. You guys
I
have
like
any
kind of like a filler thing.
Well, no.
Mhm.
It could be maybe it's it's a one shot now. Maybe people like it. Cross your fingers, and maybe we do more of them. But it was just a way of doing something else with other characters that are in the Power Squared universe, I guess.
Also, like I think now that you're saying it, kind of fits considering how like heavy it's been with Marty and Eli. I mean, obviously they're the main characters,
Uh huh.
but I think with like how I read the script and how I've been reading it, it's reaching like it's like I'm assuming this is kind of like a pivotal point where it's like some dots are starting to connect, especially with like Atlas and Dr. Atlas kind of like not being captured anymore.
Yeah.
So I think if you do that, it might just be a good like point to like kind of unwind and just kind of like not really forget about the plot,
Right.
but kind of like just give like the readers a bit of a breather before we jump back into whatever
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
main plot.
Yeah. But it's also just
It's
I
like,
use,
hey, yo, other people exist here.
yeah, and there's other, and again, it could be its own little story that we do every so often. I don't know. Just thought it'd be kind of a.
It's kind of like in the similar vein where some manga where they'll have like a mini chapter after the main series.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're thinking about. So I think, unless you guys have comments, the script is kind of done. I haven't made a chance to read it. But so that'll be the next thing. Hopefully, we'll be doing which will be Billy and Raven. We need to come up. We decided that we need to do something logo-ish for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a power. I don't know. It's Power Squared. It's kind of a Power Squared story or something. But we need to have like a Billy and Raven logo. And we don't know if we should go back to Jack, who designed this logo, or Rachel, or you, or Trevor, or whatever. Any thoughts about that?
Not that I have right now, but
Okay.
I don't.
So we'll see what we decide to do. But I guess the nice thing is that's coming out in December of next year. If not later. But anyway, and it won't be issue 27. It would be
Something.
issue 1.
Like
or,
a one shot.
yeah. So just sort of a different. But it would just be doing something different with the characters and as I say, the Power
Like
Squared
just playing
universe.
around, like what is it like playing around with the universe, with that
Yeah.
universe essentially?
Well, just trying to expand it a little bit, and you never know what. I know we got in trouble for writing the first one, but
Wait, what?
How
What
do you get in
happened?
trouble?
well, a friend of Paul's didn't like the fact that we wrote about a black woman.
Oh.
Remember that little controversy? Talked
Okay,
about that.
gotcha.
But anyway, we got past that, and so what the hell?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Anyway, so I think we'll probably that'll probably be the next issue that we work on. And so, what issue are you coloring right now, Jen?
What issue?
Yeah.
Give me a moment to double check if I. So the 25th was with the Yuki Onna, so the 26th.
Okay, so you're on. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're on the same issue,
Oh.
Julia's.
Yeah. Oh, I saw the coloring you did for that one. I liked your touch with like playing around with the colors of the line work. It gives
Thank
a bit
you.
more fancy.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish I had just like the CSP so that I could just mess with the line work a little more, but yeah, I
You
think
could.
the files will be a little bigger than.
Like sorry, getting a bit technical here. You could do the thing where you take the line work and then you could do edit and convert to opacity. It takes out the white, so that way you can play around with the line work.
With
I'll
the
show you
line
later.
No,
I'll
yeah,
show you.
like the line work. Yeah, I do that already. It's just
Okay,
when
I
it's
see.
like a different what's it called? Different opacity of the line itself.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I think I know what you mean.
So you got
Yeah.
technical there with you could do the thing,
Yeah.
In the words of that one dude from Legend of Korra, do the thing. I said Corey for a second. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. And I guess in 2 weeks Julia will be back to talk about issue 20 with Rachel, right?
Yeah.
And have we all finished our book for the book club?
I completely forgot about book club. Oh my gosh.
It's your book, isn't it?
I know.
I haven't touched
Hey, listen.
upon it yet.
Hey, listen, you forgot at one point which dog we were using for the issue, so I think we're even.
I'm sorry, what?
Okay, side story. When we were doing some brainstorming for issue 26 about which yokai to use,
Uh-huh.
I did a concept for an in Inugami, and then we were talking about what type of dog we were looking for, and then he talked about like maybe this is like where the idea like why don't we just use like one of the yokai we already had prior.
Uh-huh.
So then that took a couple of days like to say like okay, let's just use one of the Inugami like Rachel designed prior, and then me going like okay, yeah, that's fine with me if that's what you want. And then I start sketching it out, and then he asked me going like wait, what was your inspiration for the dog? And I'm just like you told me this to use this dog, what do you mean?
Yeah. Well, hey, I forget stuff.
So I think we're even.
Yeah, no, okay, no. It's just, yeah, I think I did ask that question. Yes, it's probably somewhere in
Because
Discord.
I got confused for a second. I'm like, wait, was I supposed to use the other one? And he's like, oh wait, yeah, we talked about this. Never mind, go for it.
See, I admitted I made a mistake.
I think the funnier one was like, I forgot who you referenced it from. Like when I drew like the dude like in his human form, he was like, is this some sort of like wannabe version of this character? I'm just like, wait a second. I forgot what reference he used for that, but you were just like going like, isn't this like it looks like a wannabe of this character? I'm just like, wait,
Rohan or something. I think
like a Rohan,
yeah.
Rohan wannabe, and I'm just like, what's that? That's the
but that was you were actually using
Rachel
like,
had.
yeah.
I was using Rachel's design.
Well, okay. So there's two of those. Okay, so what else?
That's the and then we talked about it going like, oh yeah, that's right, I did say that. Okay,
Yeah.
carry on.
Yeah.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are two.
Well, so you think you'll have the coloring done this weekend?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that means Monday?
No, Sunday.
Sunday, okay.
Yeah.
And then Julia, you'll have this. You think you'll have this? I know it's 3 pages, but
yeah, I'll have like if not like I'll have like the line work and at least some of the sketches for some of the edits done at least by Sunday night or Monday.
okay.
And then along with at least partial of like some layout stuff for the last few pages. I'm still playing around with.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't try to lay those out. As I say, I gave up when they got to the fight scene. I can't.
Yeah, because like I'm trying, because like one of the things of like me, I'm still learning how to like figure out fight scenes myself. So like one of the things I'm, especially with one of the pages being like 6 panels, I try to like put like what's like it's like a cross between like not putting too much but also not putting too little.
Uh-huh.
So I think that's where I just put like, well, I'll just put one of them biting the other. That counts as a fight, right?
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be a kind of a all-out war. Yeah. But it's only like it was like 4 Inugamis, But anyway, they're trying
to.
to
war if you think hard about it. Yeah. I should probably not say that.
But no, it was just want to have a kind of a
like show that there is like
fight.
Violence going on like over like between this one man.
Right. Yeah. They're trying to, and then Rape gets hurt at the end of the fight. The bad guy. So I kind of like the fact that Dr. Atlas is kind of a jerk to him. You know what I mean? He just like kind of uses him and he puts him back in the vet place at the end. So
I mean, it sounds like.
Yeah, I know. It sounds like. But it was just sort of, it kind of seemed to fit his character, I guess, to me.
It's like, because like the way I see it is like, at the end of the day, Atlas like wants power. So if he has at least that small piece of like something that has the power he wants, he's gonna try to keep it with him as best as he can.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, that's it. That's pretty accurate.
I was also, what did we see last Friday? Was Magneto I mean, X-Men.
X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah, so the one before that, X-Men 3.
Yeah, Last Stand.
Yeah, Last Stand. Where Magneto is just sending people in to get killed. He doesn't really care about them so much, That that was kind of the.
Like they're expendable essentially.
Yeah, they're not the important people. Let them die, kind of deal. So.
Well.
Anyway, on that happy note, is there anything else we want to talk about with issues or questions?
Not that I can think of.
It's all up to you, Jen. Do you have any questions?
Well, just the library thing. I don't know if it's just one that was submitted, the first volume, or will there be more in
There's
libraries?
supposed to be, the first volume, which we already had out as a trade, they have, and then we did a second trade of those 4 issues that you did the back cover on, colored.
Mm-hmm.
That is the thing that they're supposed to be putting out in a week or so, kind of a thing. And that's what I resent to her on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
hopefully that'll be out soon. And part of the reason we want to have her on the show is find out about how that's going and stuff, and talk about the library pass and all that. So it's kind of hopefully well, somebody will want to read it, I guess, at this point. I did have an experience, and I don't know if I mentioned this before. A guy I'm linked into in Australia is a teacher, and he mentioned that he was talking about creativity and character development and mentioned our comic book to his class, and they seemed to like the idea, and so I sent him the first trade as a PDF so that he could theoretically distribute it to his class if he wanted to. They're college kids, and he kind of wanted to do it, but he's got to go through the administration to make sure it's okay to hand out stuff and all that. But anyway, he seemed pretty excited about it, so I was kind of, you never know, maybe we'll get somebody out of Australia to read it. You gotta just try to find people where you can. Have you
That's really cool, though.
Yeah, I was kind of.
Yeah.
I was pretty excited. Hey, somebody's talking about us somewhere, and I'm not paying them. It's great. Have you heard any feedback from Kevin from our show last week?
No, I haven't yet. Well, I messaged him after, going like, "Hey, thanks for showing up," and then he did the typical "No, thank you for putting the I guess the connection." I was like, "Yeah, no problem." And I think he's just been busy for the past few weeks, because the last time I heard from him after the podcast, he's been catching up with his own work.
Okay.
I've just been kind of giving.
I was just curious if he got anything out of it, or he was just being nice.
He messaged, we talked about it. He's just yeah, I got a lot of info out of it. I'm like, okay, that's good.
Right.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. I'm glad we could at least attempt to impart wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also have the group chat just there in case he ever has questions.
Yeah, I sent you guys the link to the podcast and the video, so in case he wanted to look at it again or whatever.
Yeah.
Reference it for materials. All right. Well, that was kind of just all we have, really, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Alright, so if you're watching us on YouTube later and you liked this, leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I don't know what to say about. Just leave a comment.
Say Power Squared. All right.
I was going to say Comic Gambito if you made it this far.
That's right. All right. So until next time, I'm David Hankins.
I'm Paul Hankins.
I'm Trevor Hankins.
I'm Julia Canon.
And I'm Jen Moreno.
And you've been on the air with Power Squared. Bye.
Bye.